What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 77 of the Average AF podcast.
77.
I am your host, Adam McElroy, and as always, joined by Mr. Ryan Baker.
What up, everybody?
And we do have the voice of God behind the camera as well,
What
and on camera as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
new
Look
tricks.
at that.
Love it.
For the first official time. Like, actually official.
But last time was official.
It was official.
How
Officially with
how
the
was
new
it
desk.
not official?
Officially with the new
Yeah, you
desk.
do have a new desk now.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Boom.
I don't know if you
New
can see it
desk.
on the camera or not, but
First time with the official new setup.
yeah.
Yeah. Official new setup.
I got you.
I guess.
All right.
Thanks. Thanks for not being a complete dick.
Yeah, just don't dig yourself a hole like that again.
But yeah, guys, welcome to episode 77. A couple big announcements at the beginning here. Not massive, but
Huge.
one cool announcement and a couple thanks, basically. As of a couple days ago, we just passed 12,000 total streams.
Woo!
On YouTube and audio. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Nice, man. 12,000.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for sharing and subscribing and liking and all that kind of stuff.
Continue that support.
Wearing merch is big because I know, like, for example, my sister wore one of our beanies to one of our Christmases, and like 80 people, not really, but they were like, "How do I get a beanie?" And I was like,
They're nice, man.
"You text
I
me,
like
man.
them.
Like, let me know." Yeah, so sold a
send
couple
the link.
beanies just because she wore hers. So we appreciate you guys for wearing the stuff out and things like that. And then, all right. Whoop-ow!
Still got them.
Shapow! Shapow! Pow!
Get yours.
Yeah, we got like 10 to 12 left, something like that. We don't have that many, but yeah, if
Get them while you can.
yeah, definitely get them. $15 each. We were gonna up it to 20, but we'll just do 15 because we love you guys.
Yep. Keep it simple.
Speaking of beanies, though, I'm a dumbass.
Well, we don't have to be speaking of beanies to know that, but go ahead.
So I'll start here because
Cutting your
last
hair
week.
because it's cold.
What?
What?
Cutting my hair because it's cold? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Well, you said you're a dumbass.
Well,
And talking about beanies, and you cut your hair.
I did cut my
Now
hair.
it's short,
Yes.
and it's cold, and you can tell.
He
Yeah.
was
So you're
putting
a
like
dumbass.
4 and 4 together.
Yeah, I don't know.
You see that?
I feel better though.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, last week, I just randomly
you.
said.
Thank you.
I just randomly said, like, we were talking about video games or something like that. I was like, hey, I'm looking for a cheap Xbox on the low.
Oh, yeah.
If somebody, has one, let me know. And, of course, our biggest fan, Jackie, comes through and texts me and says, hey, I have an Xbox that you can have. And I was like, okay, how much do you want for it? And she goes, well, we have 3 Xbox Ones, and for Christmas, we all upgraded to the new Xbox. She said, so you can just have this.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So that's like the
All right.
gangster price, and I appreciate that. But the reason I'm a dumbass is
Shout out,
because,
Jackie.
yeah, Jackie and her friend Emily do the Greener Grass podcast, our sister podcast, and Emily recently bought a beanie. Now, they live in the Columbus area, so they're about an hour away. And I'm like, hey, I'll bring Emily's beanie down while I come get this Xbox so I don't have to ship it and stuff, right?
And you forgot it.
Yeah. So how, like, I'm always like, I'm a dumbass, and people are like, you're not dumb, but you kind of dumb.
I definitely didn't say that.
Right. Well, nice people. But yeah,
Oh, right. Not us.
these are the situations where I'm dumb at. And I was like halfway there, and I'm like, I fucking forgot the beanie. Like, this is horse shit.
Too late now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I went down there. Emily was there. I apologized. Said I'm a dumbass. I'm sorry. And then Friday morning, I shipped the beanie to her, like priority mail. So she has it by the time you guys are seeing this. But
Nice.
yeah, I'm a dumbass,
You're all right.
basically.
You are, but you're all right.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you.
Everybody's done it.
thank you, Jackie, for that Xbox. That's massive. We really appreciate, or I really appreciate it. I guess these guys don't care, but
now
I
you
do.
Can play. Now you can get live and play Fortnite with me and my son.
I'm not gonna do that.
Do it.
I'm an adult.
Do it. It didn't faze me. Do it.
I know, because you're a child. How good are you at Roblox? What'd your daughter say?
Dude, shut up.
What'd your daughter say?
We don't have to talk about
Tell
that.
the people.
Ooh, I want to know.
You talking shit.
She said, shut up, Dad. You tried this game and you suck. Which is all fair, though. I did.
I was at his place earlier getting my hair cut. And, yeah, he's like, Jazzy, let me try.
Yeah.
And then, like, 30 seconds later, he comes back and he's like, man, that game's hard as shit.
She plays those obbies. That's what they're called, obbies. I know what that is. They're obstacle courses. Just for those of you that don't know what an obby is.
For the lingo.
Yeah. So she plays all these crazy obbies. And, like, first off, you have to make your person, like, such a weird view to where, like, you're looking down and stuff like that to jump onto these crazy things. And she kept missing. And I was like, oh, your jump game's weak. Your jump game's weak.
He did, too.
So I'm talking mad smack, dude. Mad smack to my 12-year-old daughter. But I was like, all right, let me try. Hard. Bro, it's hard. Hard.
And
so then I go
talks
back,
shit.
and she starts, like, messing up again. She says something. I talk shit to her again, and that's when she hits me with that, dude. I'm like, damn.
She said, you suck.
You suck. Like, yeah? What do I say?
It's the same thing when I was trying to play Minecraft.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this doesn't look that hard. This is a cheesy looking game.
Yeah.
Right.
It's tough, dude.
It took me weeks to get it.
Everybody loves Minecraft. I don't have the patience for it.
I can't stand it.
My son's got it's like a dungeon, Heroes dungeon one, so you actually don't even build stuff. You go around and fight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I actually like it. We've got it for the Switch, and you can get it for the Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty slick. Some of the games, though, man, crazy.
But yeah, so anyway, shout out Jackie. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. And then we had one more shout out to Sarah, because randomly in the middle of the night, she decided to double her pledge on Patreon.
Yes, thank you, Sarah.
Awesome.
And that's a big deal. And like, I made sure to send her a message and say thanks and all that kind of stuff, because she's already in the highest tier, like the producer tier. Mm-hmm. So doubling it, she doesn't get any like extra stuff. You know what I mean? Like no extra perks or anything like that. So she just did it out of like the love in her heart and stuff.
Thank you.
So yeah, we really
Sweet.
appreciate it. Yeah. That's massive, and I definitely wanted to give her a shout out for that personally.
Absolutely.
But I guess let's get into the episode.
Let's do this.
This episode, man, to be honest with you, lately I just been thinking of weird shit.
Oh God, let's call it Left Turn.
Left Turn.
Is that any different than any other week?
No.
Typically,
So that's
yes, yes.
So this is why I like the podcast. This is why I like doing the podcast, because
Usually in the weeks prior, I know what the hell is about to go on.
Yeah, I have a lot of dumbass thoughts, right? You guys know. Yeah. And now I can share them with the world.
Which is even better.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
Now you can stop answering yourself.
What do you mean?
Well, when you talk to yourself, you answer yourself.
Obviously, because I'm the smartest person I know.
Yeah, it's a little bit crazy, but... Go ahead. Come on.
So, well,
what do we got?
This isn't one that I directly thought of, but it was one... I don't remember where I heard it or something like that, but... And this is, again, a left turn, way out of left field, however you want to phrase it.
NASCAR.
But, yeah, left turns only. And maybe, dude, that's what we should title this episode, Left Turns Only.
Left turns only.
But they were talking about Bill Cosby, okay?
Oh,
and
Lord, that's how we're going to start.
No, like, I'm not getting into details or anything like that, but, like, obviously everybody knows what happened,
right,
and, like, blah, blah, blah. And somebody was talking to, like, an attorney that worked the case or something along those lines, and they're like, to put this in perspective, and this is something I never even thought about, they said, this is possibly the biggest serial rapist case of all time. And I'm like, whoa. Because it was like 60 women or something like that.
Holy crap.
See, I didn't No, I knew what happened, but I guess I never looked as much into it.
It was like,
like
50
that.
or 60 women that like testified or came out or whatever, and they think there's more, but they're like, this is possibly the biggest serial rapist of all time. And I'm like, that's Bill fucking Cosby.
Right. My
That's
thing is, though,
wild.
so is it like cases that people just stated that he raped them?
I don't.
Or was it like proven?
Yeah, like charges. Yeah, like he got
legit
charged
for
it.
them,
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah,
That fucking many?
yeah. It was like in the 50s at least.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess. Shit.
And like again, like we all kind of knew what happened. You might not know the specific details or
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
I don't know all that much about it either, because that kind of stuff like I don't want to know.
That's crazy,
But
though, man.
but yeah, I'm like Bill Cosby is potentially the biggest serial rapist of all time. That's insane.
Like,
Isn't
not
that
only- not
wild to
only are-
think about?
Not only are you a huge name because of, like, you know what I'm saying, like your acting career and all that
Right.
shit, like, but now you're going to be like a bigger name
Right.
because of that shit.
Well,
like,
like-
come on now, that's crazy.
I forget what they called him, but everybody called him like America's dad or America's something like that.
Yeah, it could be America's dad.
Yeah, because
All the people he raped.
oh damn. Well, no, but everybody loved him and
I
like
had to. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, it's all good. We're canceled now, but that's what the Patreon's for. So
I mean,
Yeah.
we're just gonna live there.
Oh.
Now.
yeah, episodes now only at patreon.com.
Yeah.
Sorry,
because of this.
YouTube. Fuck. There
but-
goes our 12K subscribers, or
Right.
12K views.
I wish we had 12K subscribers.
We'll get there. 10,000 more.
But yeah, isn't that something crazy to think about? Like one of America's like most beloved people of all time is also one of the worst people of all time.
Well, I mean, that goes along with every other serial anything, if you think about it.
Well,
Yeah. There's
I
a
mean-
lot of there is a lot of serial killers that can live like that normal life and
absolutely,
shit like that.
but this is
But that is definitely taken into like because there's not a lot of serial killers or rapists. or
like
anything that
Ted
you know
Bundy
that are-
wasn't the biggest star on TV for 10 years or whatever.
Yeah, like he wasn't huge.
That's true. But
So to your point, yeah, like that's huge in
That's
general.
crazy.
it's
It's
yeah.
insane.
Like look how much just talking about rape and shit with him, like it already was like a huge deal, but then to talk about
right.
raping that many people, like
Right. And he was always the guy that was like, pull up your pants, you know, like don't sag, like talk normal, like, and all this kind of stuff, and trying to like
all about the pudding.
correct people more or less, however you want to put it. And then, yeah. So, like I said, I don't want to get into the details of it too
Right.
much, but, or like at all, but it's
That's
just
nuts.
crazy. Like, again, these are just things that like you might like think like if you put the connections together.
I don't really truly try to think of serial rapists though.
Well, right. Obviously. Obviously.
Well, it's just weird to think that Bill Cosby used to be a moral compass for me.
Right. That's the big thing. Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's nuts.
And now it's just like, nah.
Right. Isn't that crazy?
It's nuts.
That's kind of my point. It's wild. Next
I
one.
like these. What else you got?
Next one. This kind of blew my mind. So it's obviously 2021, right?
Yeah.
So I think it was in a joke, like a comedian did or something like that, or I don't even remember how I saw this, but they were making a joke or doing like a skit or something, and the guy asked for the other dude's ID, right? And he went to show him his ID, and he's like, "Hey, do you need it like out of my wallet or anything like that?" You know. And the guy was like, "Oh no, I can see the one in the date of the year," and he's like, "So you're good."
Yeah,
Freaking
dude.
1-9.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Anybody born in the 1900s
Is officially able to drink.
is now 21.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So if you see a 1 in the year at the beginning, they're legal. They're 21. Isn't that wild?
That's nuts, dude.
Because like January 1st, 2000 to January 1st, 2021 is 21 years.
That's nuts.
So anybody before that is now able to drink. And I was like, wow.
That's insane,
Yeah.
dude.
If you were born in the 1900s, you can legally drink now.
Isn't it crazy just to say the 1900s now?
Right.
Because, like, anytime that you would ever talk about, like, a previous year, it was, like, the 1800s and, like, shit that we learned in school.
Right.
And now
Right.
we're, like, literally talking about, like, last century.
Right.
That's weird.
It's
I never
insane.
even thought of that being now 21 years into the new year.
Into 2000.
I never even thought of something like that.
Right.
Talking about the 1900s. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
It's weird.
Back in my
feel
day,
like-
in those 1900s.
Yeah, I still
Right.
feel like talking about 10 years ago is still like the 90s.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what's that called? There's centuries, 100 years,
100
right?
years,
So
yeah.
what's 1,000 years again?
Millennium.
A millennium.
That's a
Isn't it?
millennium. No, is it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? No.
1,000 years is a millennia.
Millennia.
Google it for me. But you're probably right.
Yeah.
You
But
you
you got a
sound way
century-
more confident
But
than
then
we
you
do.
got, what, the decades, 10 years?
10 years, yeah.
So, damn, we've been through
So, yeah, centuries, 100 years.
a new millennia.
Maybe, because wasn't that like a Backstreet Boys album? Was like Millennia or something like that?
Probably
Yeah,
not.
The Millennium album.
Right.
No shit.
That was such a good album.
It was.
It was blue and white
it
on the
was their
front.
best.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
frosty blue. Did you figure that out?
Bring me back. Yeah, it's
Is
a
it a-
1,000 years.
A millennia?
A millennia?
Yeah.
Okay. So, man.
We're into a brand new millennia. We went
21
through.
years.
We were born in the last millennia.
Damn. I was born last millennia.
That's wild.
Fuck. Or last century.
Yeah, last century too. Yeah.
That's why our brains are so weird. we're thinking in between millenniums.
Right. I was
Right.
born about
Oh,
4
there you go.
decades ago.
Right.
What?
Damn.
Well, we don't have to go that far now. Now we're breaking it down. Now we're breaking it down way too far. All right. I'm showing my age a little bit.
Yeah, but that
The
was
grades
just
are popping out.
that was just like, you know, the guy was like, no, I see the one or whatever, and then like the person that was showing the ID was just like, and like kind of looked at the camera like waiting for you to get it.
See,
Kinda-
I was thinking, and you know what's crazy? You know where I thought you were going with that? Like, I thought you saw like an advertisement, or we're thinking of some like technology shit, to where he's like, "Oh no, we can just scan it and you're good." Like,
Right.
Or like there was a microchip somewhere or something that they were gonna scan.
Right.
But I didn't even think that we were gonna go this route with it. So
If you
Interesting.
see a 1 in front of the year, they are of age. That's all you have to look for now.
that's crazy.
So any of our bartender listeners out there, that's just a
Here's a
little
trick
tip for
for
you.
you.
Yeah, you don't have to look at dates and stuff and do math. If you see 1900 anything, they're good.
They are good.
That's wild.
That's nuts. Good stuff. I like interesting things like that I
Right.
never think of.
And I got one more.
You know what gets me every time?
What's up?
I'm gonna see if you know this or have realized this. You know FedEx trucks?
Mhm.
Have you ever just like you know what I'm talking about with the X, the arrow?
The arrow, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, on the...
In
Is it
between
on
the
the
E and
F?
the X?
Is it on the E and the X?
Yeah, it's between the E and the
Yeah.
X, where the E, the bottom, and the middle line connect to the X.
I don't think I've actually ever noticed it.
Bro,
Yeah.
look at it.
Out.
Because I swear to God, once you look at it,
wild.
you won't be able to stop looking
Yeah.
at it. Like it'll be
Yeah.
the first thing that you
Yep.
think of.
I'll have to look.
Yeah. Bro, nuts.
Now this next one is a little out of left field or NASCAR or whatever you want to call it.
Another left turn.
Right. But
What all sports can we throw in here?
well, right. So I'm going to talk about soccer real quick.
All right.
And this is something I thought of myself, and it's like I was just, you know, enjoying a nice long drive by myself,
Okay.
enjoying myself. That sounded dirty. I drive a standard, so I can't really do all that.
So
It's just-
you were driving with the stick, huh?
Yeah.
He was just handling his
Yep.
stick the whole
Yep.
time.
Yep, just hoping for straightaways.
There's a point. Oh my God.
You'll get that if you get the bonus episode.
Yeah, patreon.com/average
I like
podcast.
throwing in those little Easter eggs.
Yeah, it's fun. So soccer, which you grew up playing
Is
soccer.
the shit.
Did you play soccer?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
the only thing
Okay.
So
other than extreme sports, because
Right.
I'm an idiot.
Right.
So tread
We all
lightly in
did
this
that.
water, young sensei.
What?
Tread lightly in this
No,
water.
no, it's cool.
Young
It's
No,
cool.
sensei.
no, go full in.
No, it's all right.
Because I'll beat
so-
your ass
No, soccer sucks.
in soccer.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Gosh, you gotta let me finish my sentences.
So I was thinking about this, like, soccer is the biggest sport, like, in the world. It is.
Yeah.
Like, just across all countries and whatever. Collectively, it's the biggest sport that, on earth. And I was like, why is it not as popular in America?
Dude.
And I have a theory.
Okay.
I thought about this. Now, again, I'm enjoying myself on a nice long drive. But I think it still makes sense, okay? So I feel like soccer or football,
Yes.
It's football.
football,
Football.
I feel like it doesn't get like the airtime on like ESPN or like whatever, because there's like no real breaks in the action. There's not. Is there timeouts? I think
No.
there's no timeouts, but you can sub in and out and as they go.
Yeah, like if the ball like goes out of bounds and stuff like that.
Right.
But when you start
the
getting
clock
into the
keeps going.
but when you start getting into the professional league, you only have X amount of subs too, so you
Right.
can't just like. But they'll also, for injuries or subbing in and out, they'll add extra time too, because that clock never stops.
Right. Okay. So, and I think this point still stands then. I feel like the reason it's not aired as much in America is because there's not any breaks in the action. There's like, a halftime, right? But that's it. So there's not any opportunities for like ESPN or the companies or whatever to input like advertisements
commercials and
and
stuff like that.
commercials and stuff.
Okay.
So since they're not making as much ad revenue on these things, they're not going to air them quite as much.
Yeah.
And since America's super greedy, that's why I think soccer might have fell behind other sports that, like football, you can do.
But I wonder how popular, like how popular is football? Because, well, before I get onto that subject, with soccer, there's a lot of countries that like live and breathe and eat soccer.
Right.
So
right.
I think that's another thing. Like South America, like in Brazil and stuff, like that's a huge thing. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
like when you go and watch like movies or anything of that nature or stuff like regarding like South America, you always see like kids playing soccer and stuff.
For sure.
I think that has a big part in it too. But like, for instance, I feel as though NFL and any type of football, like college as well, is like much more popular in North America.
Right.
And I don't know for sure, because I don't know any other facts about anywhere else, any other continent or anything like that. But
Right.
I think that could be a part too, is like
Well,
we have more popular.
Right. For sure. It's definitely more popular. But like my point is like soccer doesn't get the TV time that it deserves.
Yeah.
Because we're all greedy and like you'll get the World Cup games or whatever, but you're not going to get it. Like, when's the last time you saw an MLS game
Unless
on
you
any
have, like,
major
the
network?
MLS channel, yeah.
This year
On
because Columbus
Well,
won.
well, yeah, but that was the national
Yeah.
the whatever you call it. The
They play. I think they do play them on air. I mean, it's just. I don't think there's. It's also not as popular as like your NFL and your NBA and stuff like that, because I don't think there's as many teams that they air. Like to that point, like here in Ohio, we've got our Columbus Crew.
right.
It's really the only popular thing in Ohio. But
Right.
like other people in Ohio, that's really kind of all they want to watch.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think the ratings could keep up though if they had MLS on Tuesday nights or whatever.
Yeah.
On ESPN or whatever it is. There's a big enough fan base that would watch it to make it worth it, I would think.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't know.
I agree to a point.
What do you mean?
It's all about crowds.
Yeah.
Because you don't have that.
Well, now.
Right.
I'm just talking in general, though, like pre-pandemic even.
Well, I know, but I'm saying before that, you don't have the crowds because of football, like you said before.
Yeah.
So you gotta
Bring that mic closer to you.
You gotta have the start. You gotta have the crowd space.
Yeah, but does the Columbus Crew sell out or close to sell out every time?
Yeah, I don't know.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Or close to it.
No.
Really? Even though they won the...
They almost got their stadium sold.
And plus the big thing is, like, I feel like it's not even that big, and it is like a Major League Soccer.
Right.
But it's just...
But that's my point. Like, maybe if they had more TV time, more people would go to see it.
But I don't even know about that, dude. I don't even think it just has the hype in general.
Yeah.
Right? Like, TV time or not, like, you
TV
have
time.
TV time or not, you have a lot of people that will sit there and follow their teams no matter
Right.
what. Like, you know what I'm talking, like statistics and things of that nature. But you don't really ever hear somebody be like, oh, yeah, you know, USA scored like 6 goals with 2 assists and, you know, with their last 3 games.
Dude, it's not even on, like, Sports Center.
Yeah, you don't really... And I think it's just because it's not as popular in the United States in general.
Right.
And I think that's what it is. Like I said, the other countries and stuff like that, there's a lot that just eat, live, and breathe that shit.
Right.
Well, you go overseas, they're not flying their country's flag. They're flying their team flag.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of times.
And I bet you, though, I bet you soccer in the United States is kind of like football in another, you know what I'm saying? Like in another country, like just not as popular. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I see where you're coming from, though. And I think TV definitely has a big thing to play with it. But
it's just an interesting thought. Like, you know, there's very little ad revenue to be had in a soccer game.
Well, they also make like holidays of it. Like they take days off and go watch a game.
Well, right.
But the crazy thing is, too, if you think about it, well, I don't know if you two would know about it, but because both my kids are in soccer. There's a lot of opportunities to play soccer around here.
Right.
Like a lot of like club soccer, a lot of school soccer, things of that nature. So it's crazy because it's like once you kind of get out of high school and college, it's like, okay, where did it go?
Right.
Like, what are you going to do? But I don't know, man. That's
I
crazy.
wonder, do you know how much like the MLS gets paid compared to like, obviously like, what is it, like Manchester and Madrid and like whatever, all those other teams, like international ones, obviously they get paid way more. They get paid a fuck ton.
Yeah.
But like, does MLS get paid pretty well or?
I would imagine. I mean, I would imagine it's not too bad. Are you looking up like an average MLS player's salary?
Yeah, because I'm curious about that because like, let me see here.
Comparing it to other leagues around the world.
Well, so while you're looking this up, wow.
Okay.
So, like for WNBA, obviously this is different, but I would almost kind of put them, like as far as like hype wise in America, are pretty similar levels.
Yeah, you barely hear about the WNBA.
Yeah, I think the soccer would be a little more than the WNBA.
I don't know, dude. Growing up, a lot of people, I got shitted on a lot because I played soccer.
Okay. Well, so the average WNBA player. Well, okay, so let's go this. An NBA rookie averages $820,000 a year. Okay. So how much do you think a regular average WNBA player makes in a year?
A regular average?
Yeah.
Probably like 400.
$100,000.
Shit. I was at least trying to be generous and give him 50.
And it says the highest paid WNBA player in 2019 was Wnba Bonner, who earned an annual salary of $127,000.
Jesus.
And the highest paid NBA player,
Curry, wasn't it?
yeah, at $40.2 million.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
127,000
is the highest.
40.
Yeah. But 127,000 is you're the best WNBA player in the league.
Let's
A dentist makes more than that.
let's take that. Take a second. That's the highest paid.
Highest paid
127.
last year was
And
127.
you're supposed to be a professional athlete.
Yes. That's my point. Curry made $40.2 million.
Now, was that just in basketball? Because I know he does other shit.
Can
like
we
Yeah.
just
shoe
make that
deals
the
and-
title?
What's that?
Women don't make enough.
Well,
Damn, shots fired.
no, I mean,
It's true, though. I
Okay,
mean, they get-
I got the stats on the MLS money.
okay, hold on real quick. Me and Steve, I think it was me and Steve talked about this on a previous episode about the WNBA and stuff.
I think it was me and you, actually.
Was it me and you?
Yeah, because they don't have the hype.
Right. But the argument is like all these women are like, you know, they need to be paid equal and like all that. And like, sure, they need to be paid obviously way more than that. But like, it comes down to income and like revenue stream.
And what are you bringing to the table? Because remember we were talking about like dunks and shit like that.
Right.
Like watching the best female dunk was like a two-handed, like
Right.
almost parallel jump up. Like
Right.
that's the
And they're
best.
a 7-footer.
It's
Yeah.
the best 2019, 2020. You know what I'm talking about? Dunk like
Right.
And like all these women are like, well, they need to be paid more. And I'm like, I don't see you at a game. I don't see you rocking the
Yeah.
merch.
Yeah.
Like, if you want them paid more, you got to start investing. You got to buy tickets. You got to, you know, do all that. And nobody's willing to do it.
And like you even see a lot of couples and shit going to like professional NBA and shit like that, and you
Right.
see the husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, like all decked out, whole families
Right.
going. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like decked out.
Right.
Yep.
This is a challenge. How about this? I'm going to throw this out there. And it's going to be on my dime. If any of our listeners have a WNBA jersey, send me a picture of you wearing it, and I'll send you a free shirt.
Oh damn!
I'll send you a free shirt.
I'm digging mine out the closet.
You heard it.
You don't have one.
I know.
But that's my point. Like,
Yeah, you
maybe a couple people will send us pictures, but I don't think
no,
many people
No.
will, if any.
no.
We'll try to update you next week
Now,
if we remember.
That's to anybody.
Yeah, well, yeah. Anybody that's watching this episode right now,
All right.
Yep, send a picture.
yeah, send us a picture on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and I'll send you a free shirt.
That's crazy.
Now, are we
Yeah.
gonna put a stopping point to this of 2021?
No, well, this is gonna be for this week only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So what's the date
Okay.
today?
What, the 17th, January 17th?
Yeah, so the cutoff's January 17th.
Yeah,
Okay.
a week
Sunday
from
to
today.
Sunday. Well, actually, let's do what's next Wednesday's date.
Yeah, let's
Hell
do
if I
that.
know. Now
Because
you're
that'll
getting
give
too
them
far.
a week.
I just added 7 to 10. That's all I had to do now.
So it'll be what, like the 20th, I think?
Let's do the 20th.
The 20th?
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, the 20th. So you have until January 20th to send me a picture of you wearing the jersey. I don't want just a picture off the internet or anything like that.
Right.
I got to see your face and all that kind of stuff.
And don't be sending
Not to
us a
be
picture
creepy,
with
but-
you in the store and that
Right.
tag's still on that shirt.
Right. Right.
We don't want no cheaters.
Yep. But I guarantee, I honestly would probably bet that nobody's going to send us a picture.
Yep. And it's not
I
'cause
might
they're
still
not
have my
listening.
Lisa Leslie jersey, but
Oh,
I don't count.
shoot.
Yeah, and I doubt
have it
it.
here.
I doubt you have it.
Now,
though?
if you do
I
have
do.
it, you need
Okay.
to send the picture.
all right.
Just to prove this.
And you can
punk
buy your
wrong.
own shirt.
I know.
Booyah.
That's exactly why it wouldn't matter.
That's crazy.
All right, what you got on the MLS salaries? All right, guys, another break in the action here to talk about our small business sponsor
Yes.
and our Patreon producers. As always, we're gonna start with. You guys don't know what just happened, and that's great.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with our Patreon producers. We got Tom, Barili, Joel, Sarah, Steve, Patty Light, Taylor, the Teach a Dummy podcast, and Nate. We appreciate you guys.
Taste it.
What? You talking shit over there?
I said I could taste it.
Good. Good. It's great.
Tastes like a habanero.
I love setting him up while we do ads.
Can't stand it.
But yeah, thank you guys for being a Patreon producer. Again, big shout out to Sarah for doubling your pledge, basically,
Yes.
just for the love of the show. So we really appreciate her. We appreciate everybody on the Patreon. We appreciate you if you're listening. Real quick, too, I want to mention while we're talking about listeners, 67% of y'all are not subscribed. So please subscribe, like the show, all that kind of stuff.
Do it.
And who else are we thinking?
Oh, we're thinking our small business.
Yep.
And that would be Brubaker Photography. I love it. That was fantastic. But go ahead and check out Brubaker Photography on Facebook. That's BRUBAKER Photography.
Yep.
Luckily, I don't have to spell that portion of it.
Photography.
Photography.
Do you remember what their URL is?
It is BRUBAKER Photography 1.
Yes, but that's not the URL.
That's part of the URL.
Facebook.com/
that.
Brubaker Photography 1. Yes, absolutely.
Trick question there. Thanks for getting me on that one.
I asked for a URL. A URL is a website, you fuck.
Well, I thought everything else
We
was
shouldn't cuss in
intended.
our ad reads, but who cares?
Bleep it out.
I won't.
All right. But definitely check them out on Facebook. Go ahead to their community page. Go ahead and send your friends a link to go ahead and like their page as well. But check them out. They also have some free wallpapers on there for you to go ahead and download for an awesome background, lock screen, screensaver, whatever you want to do with your phone. They got it.
Yes. So
you
big,
can get it.
big thank you to them. Big thank you to our Patreon members. Big thank you again to all of our listeners, all of our watchers, anybody who's even watched a second of an episode or listened. We
hit that
definitely
play
appreciate
button.
it. But yeah, thank you guys. Back to the action.
So MLS, we got an average of 327,000.
Damn.
Okay. All right.
So not bad. But Europe,
Well,
you're looking at about 1 million
That's a shit
Average?
ton, though, yeah.
average.
yeah. Yeah.
Like 1.2
Like euros, though.
million.
Not like U.S.
No, that's
currency.
dollars.
U.S. currency
That's
dollars?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
then again, those dudes are fucking
Right.
insane.
Right. And that would be about a fair, exchange because they're, the competition's way higher over there and all that kind of stuff. More
Plus,
travel,
I think
more
I
And
think
the
with
MLS
soccer,
has a salary cap, not a celery.
celery, they got that
Celery
celery
cap.
cap,
Yeah.
rabbit,
celery
rabbit.
cap, celery cap.
But so
you
like
both.
with the NBA, yeah, you have like awesome ass dunks and shit like that, and you've got like your Globetrotters.
Oh
So
my
you've
God.
got, but you know what I'm saying? Like those were like the tricks and all that stuff. Dude, have you ever just YouTubed like soccer foot skills?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
It is insane, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And it can go on for days, some of those people.
Oh yeah.
And like even watching some of the professionals like Pele and shit like that, dude. Oh my God, to watch them actually do that shit in real life, like in the actual game. Oh man, it's insane.
Their hand-eye coordination or
Foot-eye
foot-eye
coordination.
Foot-eye coordination.
Football
is
coordination.
just
All right. So
insane.
you mentioned the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
I hope you guys know what the Harlem Globetrotters are. They were awesome. I've seen 2 of their games.
No
it was
shit.
the best shit ever. Yeah.
Oh,
What?
it's so
I got
much fun.
I got to sit not even courtside, like there's courtside seats. I sat on the floor in front of the courtside seats.
Dude, that's
Nice.
dope.
I was like 7 or something like that. It was fucking awesome. But the highest WNBA player, 127,000.
right.
That's a professional, as good as it gets WNBA player.
Right, and we got average MLS in the 300s.
Right. So obviously the Harlem Globetrotters, it's more of a show and it's not really like a real game kind of thing.
Right.
But what do you think their average salary is for a Harlem Globetrotter?
I bet you they do a lot more shows than they do, like, I don't know, because I bet you a basketball game would actually cost more than going to a Globetrotters.
And they're putting on a show.
I'm going to say 250.
I'm gonna say 100.
250.
91,000.
Damn, I was way the fuck off.
But I mean, it's the Globetrotters. You're just having fun out there. You're not.
Yeah.
It's not a real
Just
game.
touring city to city and
It's
shit like that.
obviously they're very skillful, but they're not necessarily professional players.
Do those and one people make money?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wonder
Oh,
how much
yeah.
they make.
They're branding. They're all about branding.
Yeah.
Because that shit be dope too, though. I forgot about and one.
Average. Wow. Average salaries range from $45,000 for rookies to $200,000 for veterans.
Damn, for N1?
Yep.
Bro.
Street ball, yeah.
That's what's up.
And that was in 2007.
That was it for 2007?
Yeah, so it's
First
probably
off,
got
is
to
it
be.
really... Because I guess it's really not been talked about that much.
Right.
I haven't really heard anything
Yeah.
about it.
You know who didn't forget about and one?
You?
And one.
Yeah.
Right.
Really?
I'm wearing some and one fucking shorts right now. Best shorts you can get.
You know
for
what?
Sure.
They probably changed the shit to and 2 and nobody knew about it.
You're fucking
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, you like that one?
stupid. You're so dumb.
Got it.
Well, yeah, that's all like the crazy kind of stuff I had. As far as just stuff you don't think about much, like
No.
just
You
kind
know
of
what else you don't think about much?
a lot.
The Browns going to the playoffs.
Oh yeah. Do you want to give an update right now, or are you not
Should
looking?
Should we? I'll do it.
That's up to you.
I'll do it.
But I mean, obviously,
update.
obviously, by the time people are hearing this, it's going to be days later. So.
Yeah, I mean, they'll know.
Yeah, obviously, I would hope.
Yeah,
But what you got?
I mean, right now it's the Browns are still winning.
What's the score?
It's 35-16 at the middle of quarter 3.
Okay. It was 28-0 going into the half, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So 35-16. Okay.
Slacking.
yeah, so running out of steam.
All
to
right.
take out the
I
slack.
mean,
Running out of steam.
all right. Let's see.
We'll see.
You said you had some dumb shit you wanted to talk about. What was that?
I never said I had dumb shit.
It's always dumb shit.
I
But
don't even
go
remember.
Browns though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess go Bengals, but
Yeah,
right now, I
fuck the
guess go
Bengals, but-
Go
Browns.
Michigan.
Fuck Pittsburgh.
That we can agree on.
I
Yep.
didn't say anything about anything. Fuck
Sports ball.
All right, what you got?
Fuck you.
What you got?
Dude, no, I just, me and Netflix,
Oh my god,
we're like this, right?
we like this right here.
We like this right there. First and foremost, for any of you movie watchers, A Fall from Grace, a Tyler Perry movie, is out on Netflix, and that shit was bomb. Watch
I
the
have
whole
never
thing.
watched a Tyler Perry movie.
It's
and
a good
I
one.
refuse to.
It's a good one. But when I'm not watching bomb-ass movies like that, I'm watching crazy series. And I've been watching How to Get Away with Murder.
Okay.
I think it's been out for a while because there's like 6 seasons
Yeah.
of it. But haven't you ever just watched that stuff and been like, you know what? I can learn from some of these people's mistakes, and I could be a bomb-ass criminal.
That's what everybody thinks. And guess where all those people are?
What?
Prison.
How do you know? Do you know every single one of them that's thought that way?
Yeah. I'm trying to be like, hey man,
Or
where'd
do
you
you
go
just
wrong?
do you just know the ones that got caught?
See, he doesn't watch shows on it.
He doesn't.
talks
That's
to
why
them
he gets
personally.
See, you only interview the ones that got caught. You don't know about the ones that didn't get caught.
Yeah, because
Nobody
I want to
does.
know what they did that fucked them over.
So you take it one step ahead and you say, fuck watching the series. I'm going straight to the fucking source.
That's how we do.
You're brave. I wouldn't do that.
That's 'cause
I
you
just
a-
watch it.
Bitch.
Thank you, sir.
That was weird.
I was going to use a different word, but that works.
Thank you.
Okay. Tell us about your dumb joke.
What dumb joke?
I don't know.
I'm just saying that's the type of shit that I think of sometimes is, okay, what can make this better? Or what did they miss?
Dude.
You've never thought of that?
I mean, yeah, and then I thought logically for a second, it was like, oh, that's not going to work.
But then what if the purge happened? But then that shit would be legal, so you really wouldn't have to
We've
hide
already
it.
talked about that, too.
Yeah, but let me go. Can you let me go down my rabbit hole here? I got him. But no, what I'm saying is if it could, you could prep yourself by thinking of shit like this for the purge, but you wouldn't have to because the purge is legal and you wouldn't have to hide shit or anything like that.
Okay, so I got a question for you.
What? No, I'm not a murderer, nor would I ever want to murder somebody. Do I have those thoughts?
Now you're getting defensive because I was going to ask who you're trying to murder.
Nobody.
You looked away. You looked away when you answered that.
I don't know. I don't think I could ever come down to that. I've hated some people too before. I've had that. I want to beat your ass to like legit, like a deep
with
down.
a twisted tea can.
Yeah, pretty much. But I don't think I could ever bring myself to that extent. Even if it was a fucking purge, I don't think I could.
I mean,
I don't know.
Depends on the day, you know.
I guess. But I think it's always interesting though to see like, okay, like could that shit actually work? You know what I mean? Like even if you don't do the exact same, like if you could put things, like piece things together, like different things that they do, and be like, you know what? I bet you that shit could work.
So what you should do is just go off, just watch Dexter.
Yes. Yeah, Dexter's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he basically tells you how to get away with it.
That's what I'm saying, and it's fucking crazy how, like, there's a shit ton of series out there like that.
Right.
Like, you're teaching a lot of people to be fucking sick and demented in ways at times.
The crazy thing, too, is a lot of these shows, like, I don't know if Dexter did it, but probably, but a lot of these shows have, like, professional people on there that's like, you know, how could you catch this guy, and we'll make sure that it doesn't happen, like, for the show and kind of things like that.
Right.
So it's...
Like, we're not going to show exactly that.
Yeah.
But it's going to be pretty close.
Right.
I could see that, yeah. Or people that, like, have that knowledge and shit.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think I see that because I watch Criminal Minds, too. But I see that a lot with a lot of their people. Like, that would be hard to fucking actually act. Like, write down on paper. Like,
right.
Some of that shit I feel like is your actual common... Like, they're not my common knowledge, obviously, but their common knowledge and shit like that. But
so you're watching Criminal Minds. Are you watching, like, other old man shows like Walker, Texas Ranger?
Dude, I used to watch this shit all the time.
Yes.
I know, me too.
I used to watch this shit all the time.
There's a new one coming out.
I haven't watched that shit for a minute.
Dude, the reason I thought of Walker, Texas Ranger, okay, listen to this. This is a sidetrack. This is another NASCAR moment.
Another left turn.
Another left. Hard left.
Help me, Tom Cruise.
So my mom, I was over at my mom's house, and she was like, I found a pen that you used to use as like a kid. And I was like, okay, you know, like whatever. And she's like, it's like a show or something like that. And it's got a redheaded guy on it. And she's like, he said like phrases like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Like, she's so bad with stories and
He
stuff
used to
like that.
roundhouse kick the shit out of things.
Well, right. But she's like, he's redheaded. And I'm like, it's not Chuck Norris, is it? And she's like, no, you know. And me and my dad were laughing there because we did used to watch Walker, Texas Ranger. And she's like, no, he said stuff like dynamite and like stuff like that. And I'm like, I never watched anything from the 70s. Like, what are you talking about? Like, nobody says dynamite. Like, what are you talking about? And she went and found it. I wish I brought it in because I have it now. But she brought me a pen that I used to have that was Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes.
And you could click the top and it would say phrases.
Oh my God, Tina, eat your food.
Right. Like, and it'd be like, gosh. Like, and stuff like that. And it still works.
What?
And I have it in my car. I wish I would have brought it in.
Gotta go get my chapstick.
Right. But, like, and he just says, like, you know, all the normal phrases, but it's so crazy that it still worked.
That's awesome.
But I don't know. We mentioned Walker, Texas Ranger, or I did.
You brought back Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah.
Dude, a lot of those movies are good, though.
And Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico.
Rico.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Craziness.
Man. I like reminiscing on old times, though.
Dude, it's wild.
That shit's
It's
crazy.
wild that anybody with a 1 in the year of their birthday is
Why you gotta bring it back
still
to
blows
like
my mind.
something that's...
Because we're old, man. We're old.
Now we can actually say back in our day.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I'm not 30 yet, but I'm about to be in like a year.
You're still an old man. You were born last century.
It's true.
Still never thought of that. I
Right.
never even thought of that.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to think of that.
I'm punch you in the throat.
Your mind doesn't work the way it used to.
That's right.
Back
I'm
in the
getting
day.
old. I'm getting old.
Dude, I just want to say my stomach is acting up right now
That sucks.
because of what we did on the bonus episode this week.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's not going good right now for me.
I will tell you, though, on a side note from that,
Another NASCAR?
another NASCAR, I do feel a lot older because I slept on the floor last night. And for those of you that are curious on why I slept on the floor, me and my son built a fort.
Yes, it was pretty dope.
Now, let me tell you this. We started this fort at 9 o'clock in the morning.
True.
I tell my
Pictures
son,
to prove it.
yeah, I tell my son, hey, buddy, I think tomorrow night, this is Friday, we should build a fort in the living room and have fun, right? Slumber party and all that. He got mad that day because he wanted to build it right away. Didn't want to wait until that next day.
Right.
So I explained to him, like, hey, tomorrow we're going to do it. I forgot to mention tomorrow night. I just said tomorrow. We wake up, first thing he wants to do, immediately go to the fort.
Oh, yeah, that was your fault.
Yeah. So we built a fort. It took us like 2 hours. Like, we spent 2 hours building this fort, like tying the roof up and all of this stuff. Knocked it down a couple of times, put it back up, all of it. We get everything set up, the walls, all of it. He starts bringing in plates, a box of fruit snacks,
Okay.
a thing of chips,
Okay.
2 waters. You got to stay hydrated.
Oh, I remember. Okay. Yeah. Keep going.
Of course.
My son loves bread. He's like a bread addict. I have no idea what turned this on or what anything happened, but he'll literally just go into a loaf of bread and just start eating pieces of bread. That's it.
Is he a duck?
No, but he brings the bread into the fort.
Is he a duck?
So we've got
That was a dumb joke, and you laughed at it. I don't know.
Oh, man.
No, it's not a duck.
The one joke that
It's getting late for him.
Yeah.
It's past his bedtime back there. He'd be all right.
Sundowners.
I'm
But yeah,
hungry.
so, and then he goes upstairs and he comes down with stuffed animals to protect us.
Of course.
And then he brings down his Nerf swords to protect us. He's got a laser gun and a laser pistol to protect us.
Of course.
And then he threw doors onto the fort to put us in there at night.
How do you put doors on there?
We threw 2 blankets at the end of it and then made it to where it can go up diagonal and you can go out of it and then close it. We were creative. Imagination. Or as my son would go on some real ass shit, and I don't even know where he got this. He goes, just use your imagination.
SpongeBob.
Is that where
Pretty
you got
sure.
it from?
Yeah.
or a GIF or something.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
something.
pretty sure it's SpongeBob.
Well, I don't know where my son would see gifts at.
That's true.
He ain't over there texting.
I don't know.
Burn. But yeah, that shit was funny when he said that.
Dude, that's awesome. Is this...
That could be it. That's pretty much what he did was that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty sure it's SpongeBob.
But yeah, dude, that was our night. So we watched a little bit of Black Panther.
Yeah.
We watched Secret Life of Pets 2. We played some Halo. We played some Fortnite. And then I slept on the floor for like 3 hours and then moved to the couch because that shit hurt.
Yeah, because you're old.
So bad.
Dude, there's no way I could do it.
And it's a freaking hardwood floor.
Yep.
You didn't sleep on anything?
Dude, I had 3 blankets down there, but that shit hurt, and those sleeping bags were not the greatest.
Right. It's because they're probably for children.
Probably. Not grown-ass men sleeping on a
Right.
fucking
When was
floor.
the last time you slept on the floor in a fort?
Well, now you're adding stuff.
I am.
Dude, it was
I was
dope,
going to
though.
say... I'm just going to say it because I was going to say it. I probably shouldn't, but you asked last time I slept on the floor, and I was going to say, I don't sleep on the floor. I make bitches sleep on the floor. It's not real. I got a king-size bed. There's plenty of room for you. Don't.
So when's the
worry.
last time your bitch ass slept on the floor?
No, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Probably been a while.
It's been a long time.
Looks like you're gonna have to make a fort.
Yeah, well, when Harper can help and I'm not doing all the work, we'll make a fort.
Well, 5 years old,
She
still
would-
too little, too young, because that boy did not want to help.
Okay.
she'd
mean, he
definitely
helped a
tear
little
it
bit.
down.
Yeah, she'll definitely tear it down.
Yeah.
But dude, I had all my furniture flipped around, like all turned. So the backs of the sofas were all the walls.
Right.
We had like 2 sheets and like 6 other blankets, like little blankets from around the house to hit all the corners and shit like that. Dude, I had 3 out of the 4 dining room 3 out of the 4 dining room chairs
I saw that.
out
yeah.
there, like with sheets and shit tied to them. Dude, it was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Nice.
How big was it? Because I only saw one picture of like basically like from where the TV is.
So the first one that we had was probably like the length of my actual couch.
Okay.
Like it was pretty big. But then the second one that we built was probably like literally the width of that big carpet, that area rug that we
Right.
have in there. And then probably from my love seat all the way to a little bit after the area rug. So that one was a lot longer, and dude, it was
that's like a
huge.
10 by 6 kind of something like that.
It was big.
That's massive.
Dang.
Yeah, and we had like literally
that's a lot to crawl through.
Yeah, we had pretty much everything to where it was like nice and dark in there to where the light wasn't coming in. We had like I said, like 6 or 7 other blankets, dude, just covering all the corners and shit. Like it was dope, dude. He loved it. He loved it.
I can't wait till I can do that kind of stuff with Harper. Like right now she's 2.5, so like she has a crazy imagination, but like nothing like that. Like she's recently started to have like her toys like talk to each other, which is kind of cool.
Love it.
Yeah, where they're like having conversations back and forth.
Remy's starting to go back to that.
Yeah.
So
well, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. But
Caden does it all the time.
Yeah, but I'm excited, man. It's so cool to see little kids grow up.
Dude, Caden was right by the mudroom looking out at his freaking swing set, and he had his Nerf gun with him, and he goes, "Okay, here's the plan. There's one guard in the guard tower. You go left, and then you stay here, and then we got to get that one up there in the guard tower. It's a sniper, so be careful." And I'm looking, dude, he's
That's
literally
awesome.
just looking outside. I'm like, that's my boy. Like, this boy's imagination is on point.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know who's more hyper, him or your dog, or Pearl.
Oh, dude, Pearl's nuts. Yeah, Pearl's nuts. I'd say Caden, just because Pearl has her moments.
Yeah.
Caden's is nonstop.
Well, Pearl's moments is every time I come over.
Yeah, that's true. She's nuts, dude.
I get attacked by this dog, or she hates me. It's one of the two. It's really.
It is funny.
It's weird.
She is weird like that.
I'm like her best friend, or like usually like 1 out of every 4 or 5 times I'm over there, she growls at me. And I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah, and it's super weird.
Yeah.
Super, super weird. Because you're not the only person she's done that to. But you're there more often than anybody else. She did it to like one other person, but it was the second time they came over.
Right. Well.
The first time she was cool with him, but the second time. But yeah, with your point, it's like once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
It's weird. She's weird. She's weird.
Weird.
I like it when she goes to daycare.
I like it when my daughter goes to daycare too.
Yeah. Pearl gets knocked out.
Dude, it's so funny, and it's kind of like, it's not frustrating because it's cute at this point, but anytime we ask Harper, like, how'd you get so smart? She goes, daycare. And I'm like, how'd you get so cute? Daycare. I'm like, no, like, it's not daycare.
Daycare.
Yeah.
It's definitely not you.
That's her thing,
I
though,
think
though.
a couple weeks ago I told you guys that she had a boyfriend, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How's that going?
She no longer has a boyfriend.
Ooh, did she break it off with him?
It's up in the air. I'm not sure because I asked her how's Lucas, and she goes no.
Ooh.
And I said, "Are you and Lucas fighting?" And she said, "Yeah."
Some tension.
And I said, "Did you guys break up?" And she said, "Yeah." And then I said, "Is he mad at you?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "Were you mean to him?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "Why were you mean to him?" And she went,
Daycare.
"No." She just did like this. And I was like, "Was he talking to other kids?" And she said, "Yeah."
Ooh.
And I was like, "Baby."
Lucas is a player.
But I noticed, so our daycare sends us pictures and stuff, like updates throughout the day. Not every day, but if they're doing something fun or whatever, they'll send us a picture. And she is always by Lucas, no matter what it is.
That's like Caden and Bella.
Right. No matter what. And then this last like Thursday, Wednesday, something, we got a picture, and they're all in the same room and stuff, but Harper's over here drinking her juice or whatever, and Lucas is over here. And I was like,
Oh, shoot.
so I made
It's
a
so
point
crazy.
to ask her, and yeah, I
That's
think
funny.
I don't know if she's the heartbreaker or if she's heartbroken, but she's been pouty lately.
A little,
yeah.
bit of
drama
drama going
A
on
little
there, huh?
diva, yeah,
Uh-huh.
Dang, man.
yeah.
So Caden tells me the story about Bella.
Oh God.
It turned into a funny one, though.
Okay.
He said he was trying to sneak up behind her when she was playing. And as he was sneaking
Okay,
up,
Bill.
as he was sneaking up, she farted. And he said it stunk so bad he had to get away.
Oh my God.
I said, so are you and Bella still like all right? And he's like, Yeah, but her farts stink,
Oh
Dad.
my god, that is awesome.
You
I said,
know,
well, ask your mom about mine.
Right.
shit happens, man.
Right.
Yeah, legit.
I had one in here about an hour and a
Yeah,
half
you
ago.
did. Yeah, you
Oh.
did.
It was great. It was a good one.
Was it great?
But I
That's
said,
the reason the window's open still.
I told Kaden, I said, once you get used to that, that's true love, buddy.
Right.
I said,
Yep.
hey, you're a step closer.
Once a girl can fart in front of you and you're not bothered, you got to stick with that one.
That's what I'm screaming. Remember that, world.
Yep.
Remember that.
That's my life advice to you on episode 77.
That's right. You finally given advice. 77 episodes in.
I would not take it.
I wouldn't either. It's not always the winner.
I'm taking it.
Very rarely. But yeah, that was episode 77. Thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely
Leaving
a
it off
weird
with
one.
Farts.
Yeah, we're
Ended on a positive note.
there's nothing else better that you can end on other than farts and flatulence. Is that
Yeah.
the right word?
Flatulence, yeah.
It's a great word.
Yeah. We can fluctuate between our flatulence. I don't know.
Whoa. But yeah, thank you guys for checking out episode 77. As always, patreon.com/average podcast. We do a lot of dumb shit
Yes, we do.
on there for bonus episodes every single week, and you can get that for just $5 a month. It helps us out quite a bit. And then we got merch, all that kind of stuff. We got beanies still.
All of it.
All that kind of stuff. But,
Get out there and order it.
yep. All that links in the description.
Below.
We're finishing each other's sentences.
That's cute, isn't
Yeah.
it?
You know where to get it.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Don't a snail.
Oh, fuck you, man.
Got
All
him.
right, man. Whatever. We're out of here. Good night.
Until next week. Peace.